Hi, my name is Tommy Heffron, the veterinary consultant. In this shortish video, I'm going to talk about why microbes have blown my mind. I've been involved working with microbes, true precision microbes, for over 2 years now. Provisionally in trial work, and then obviously when the products went to market with training and looking at even being involved in the development of new products and blends. But over that time, I've read a lot and I've seen a huge amount. I suppose the most impact is what I've seen visually from an animal health perspective and other areas of agriculture. But you can't help but read more. I talk about when you lift the biological lid on microbes and understanding a little bit more, it's very hard to put it back down. And it starts with understanding their core functions in sort of planetary health. So if we look at soil health, we think about plants. My drawing hasn't got any better, but if we think about plants and how they actually function, we know that they take sunlight, and photosynthesis works by taking carbon dioxide and turning that into energy. But the plant actually exudes 30% of its energy through the root. And that's a very synergistic relationship it has with soil and soil microbes. So there's a huge amount of beneficial bacteria in soil. In a teaspoon, if this is a teaspoon here, there's as much microbial life in a teaspoon of soil as there is people on the planet. So we're now, through metabolomics, understanding a lot more about how soil microorganisms are working, be it beneficial bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and other microorganisms in soil, and how key they are to plant health. They're involved in a couple of key aspects of, I suppose, plant nutrition, immunity for the plant, so they provide protection, and they compete with harmful pathogens. We think about microbes' role, and I'll talk about animals and ourselves. This is pretty key. So microbes have a very, very important role to play. Now, traditionally as a vet, I would have thought of microbes like pathogens, but there's so much more biomass of bacteria, particularly, I suppose, bacteria and beneficial bacteria, that can have a positive impact. So with precision microbes, we're harnessing the power of nature. So through metabolomics and metagenomics, we're understanding how microbes work and their potential application. We're propagating different blends. And I've just been amazed at that. So if we go back to the soil health and we think about all these soil microbes that are synergistic with the roots of plants. So if we think then about the variance of root, zero till, keeping roots in the ground, to really look at the soil microbiome and how we can improve that. If we think about microbes on the base of the pyramid in soil, we think about other feeders and other species in that, like worms, a little bit higher up. We think about dung beetles, and we think about animals, and then ourselves. Well, it's foundational that from a planetary health perspective, we talk about soil health. And when I think about mineral nutrition, even I've seen minerals decline and all sorts of issues in grazing livestock, that I found the answers by understanding how soil works. Particularly looking at the diversity of plants, the diversity of root lengths, and how that can improve soil health. But also, I think from a crop perspective, we now understand that monocultures are challenging no matter what plants, what we're doing with those plants, whether it be grazing or we're using them for human consumption, because we need diversity of root lengths, and actually animals that are part of that ecological system feeding the soil microbiome. So really exciting, I suppose, from a grazing livestock point of view, and their potential role in improving soil health. Also, we think about roots, and we think about carbon sequestration, we think about water, we think about the ability for plants to have drought resistance. And again, it all comes back to soil health. So microbes are key to soil health. Then we think about our grazing animals. We think about ruminants. We're actually not really feeding the ruminants. We're feeding the trillions of microbes in the ruminant digestive tract. They are taking inedible human substances, breaking them down and turning them into meat and milk, which is, again, a high quality human product. And microbes are key to that. We think about the belching. This is a cow cross horse, so any animal. We think about methane, and we think about cows, and we think about the microbial processes there. I've been involved in really exciting research developing solutions around not just reduction of methane, but improving gut health. And again, it's through the use of microbes. Again, in intensive livestock, I've been involved in trial work, really exciting, with the potential to take natural products and improving the gut microbiome across the whole farm, and we're really seeing benefits there. So in animal health, if we think about gut health, it's kind of central to everything. 70% of the immune system's in the gut. None of us would be here, plants, animals, or humans, without competition. So there's always this battle between good and bad bacteria occurring. So we can control the microbiome on farms if we think about the whole microbiome, the environment. Again, I've seen, if we understand the way we ferment and look at forages and harness slurry as a nutrient, again, to recycle back, the potential role for microbes there. Again, if we look at ourselves, our gut microbiome, the human gut microbiome, it's key to nutrition and digestion. Again, 70% plus of our immune system's in the gut. It's because it's got this massive surface area in here that the microbes will provide protection. That's why all our immune cells are there. So a healthy gut is a healthy person, and a better healthy immune system. But what's really interesting is when you look at the gut's relation, this is the gut here, we'll say this is the gut's relationship to the brain and psychobiotics and behavior. We've all had that gut feeling. This is all the types of research I'm looking at the moment across animals, I suppose soil, and reading about human research, the next frontiers of psychobiotics, pro and postbiotics. And even in our pets, again, massive issues can be, with inflammatory bowel disease, chronic inflammation in the digestive tract. And again, I've seen the potential of pro and postbiotic liquids there and the potential of microbes. So what does this all mean? Well, I think we're all talking about planetary health. And if we think about biology and nature, nature is going to be here long after us if we don't look after it. It has the ability to regenerate. So if we can look at, through metabolomics and metagenomics, understanding more about the microbial networks within soil, looking at how they affect plant health and plant growth and plant performance for our grazing livestock, and also from a human consumption point of view, understanding that mineral nutrition is key to a healthy soil microbiome, that all this can be linked. So humans, animals, and our planetary health can be linked. Again, from an animal perspective, we know that in our ruminant livestock, we're feeding the microbial fermentation vat that is the rumen, the trillions of microbes in there. Again, how can we harness nature to have more effective digestion and promote better health? Again, with intensive livestock, looking at that whole microbiome within the farm in more intensive systems and how we can manipulate that. And all the way to human health and understanding the impacts of stress on ourselves and animals has a huge impact on gut health and the gut microbiome. So microbes have blown my mind for the last 2 years. Definitely the most exciting research I've got to read. And it's in a rapidly evolving space. But metabolomics and metagenomics is allowing us to understand more of this functionality. And it's amazing, we've seen chemistry evolve modern agriculture and human health, but I believe that biology is going to really be the next, if I can spell it, the next frontier, and microbiology and the microbiomes all around us are going to be the next frontier. So after 2 years of working with microbes, this is just the tip of the iceberg. But again, understanding the interconnected nature, particularly of beneficial bacteria in soil, animal health, and ourselves, and our pets, horses, whatever animals it might be, understanding the microbial life within us all has a huge impact on our nutrition, digestive systems, immunity, and competing against harmful pathogens. And it's far beyond even the gut, the brain, the lungs, the mammary gland, and even skin health as well. Truly transformational, I have to say, and my word is exciting. The microbiome and microbiology is the exciting space to be in, and I'm right in the middle of it. So keep listening, keep watching for updates around, I suppose, what we're doing practically with precision microbes. But as I'm learning, I'll try and share more of the messages about this magical microbial world that's all around us.